Hey, hello, and welcome. You have stumbled across my podcast, One More Rabbit Thing, made possible by my husband who does not want to hear me talk about one more rabbit thing. So, if you made it here, you get to be on the receiving end, and I am going to be talking about rabbit-related topics, things we can learn together, things that I know from running my Rabbitry of a year and a half. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, but tonight the kids will not be an issue because my husband is watching them. Okay guys, let's jump over to the bunny bulletin and see what we have on today's show. So, what I got for you tonight. Kits changing colors due to cold temperatures. Gasp. I gasped, so. Okay, number 2. Potty training rabbits. How hard is it? Litter box training and cleanup tips. And number 3, Rabbitry pest control. Some unlikely unwanted guests, maybe not even the ones that you would think of. And that is what is on the rabbit rundown for today. Stick around for all those bunny puns. They are intentional. Okay, guys. So if I didn't say it, that was probably a pretty quick intro. My name is Jade. And I'm ready to talk rabbits with you guys. I have been waiting all day to hop on here. And it's just been one of those days, where everything that could go wrong did. If you are joining me again, if you've seen my first one, I did indeed figure out how to work CapCut, and I think I did all right. My daughter said she was proud of me, so if that means anything. So I might not have as much time as I want. We'll see how long I'm able to go for. One laptop in the household, so I have to share it. My husband needs it after a while. Speaking of which, my husband did help me clean litter trays tonight. That went really good. We knocked those out so fast tonight. And I have several litter trays in my Rabbitry. Normally I'm out there for quite a while, and it got done really fast tonight. Makes me super happy. And my barn smells nice and clean. I have a bunny barn. A little bit about me. I raised Tamuk rabbits for me, and I do have a Holland Lot pet bunny as of recently, so you get the best of both worlds if you are listening. I want to talk pet stuff, and I want to talk meat rabbit stuff, and so that's where these worlds collide. So if you're not into that kind of thing, might have lost some people already. They probably hopped off because those two groups don't normally blend, I've noticed, in the rabbitry world. I've learned that the hard way. But I've met some really cool people that do both. So anyways, we went over our bun bulletin. Let's head into our first topic. Kits changing colors due to cold temperatures. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. So I just learned about it, and it was from surfing the internet, of course, chronically online. Raise of hands, who else is? I didn't know this was a thing. So, okay. Let's read this Facebook post. Comes from Backyard Meat Rabbits. First time I have seen this coloring. I'm going to pull this up for you guys too. Very silver gray undercoat on my Californian Rex kit. Okay, and I don't know if this is just for kits. I might have to open a tab here and search that. Hold on. So let's read these comments first on this post, okay? As I do this podcast, by the way, tonight, it is thundering outside, so you might hear some of that going on. Okay, so here we go. What color are the parents? They ask. There are some varieties that look like this or similar. It could be Himalayan colored. That's going to be our fun word here, Himalayan. Himalayan colored that's chilled and will, I think they meant to put molt out as it gets older. We need a little bit more information, though. To answer your question, I didn't put what she responded with. I'm sure she did give us some more information, but I didn't pull it. I'm sorry. The next comment says, chilled Himalayan is what she means. Cold temps turn on the melanin, but it's temporary. It'll molt out when they get their junior coat. Okay, so I have a little bit more here. This was also on the post. A gray undercoat on a Californian Rex rabbit is common, often beautiful variation caused by genetics, temperature sensitivity, or the specific way the Rex coat develops. And it's this Himalayan gene that we're learning about together. which I'm sure some of you already know. So I'm not here to spread misinformation on these topics. I've had this pulled up. I took some screenshots so I could do this podcast tonight with you guys. If I'm getting something wrong, please feel free to check us on it and teach us, because I know that if anyone happened to hop on who has been doing this for years and years and years, please share the wealth of knowledge that you have, because we're all just here to learn. And I'm still very much learning. Okay. My baby's crying, so I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but her dad, I assure you, my husband, is watching her. He's handling it. He's letting me chill out in the room with the laptop and my beverage and just kind of finally have a little bit of mommy time. I have a great husband. As I take a sip here. Okay, so let's get into this. Himalayan gene. One of the most fascinating genetic traits in the rabbit world, it reads. It is a form of partial albinism that creates a unique temperature-sensitive coat pattern. Here are the key facts about how this gene works, followed by the breeds that carry it. Okay, so some facts. We talked about that. Okay, so temperature sensitivity. Here it says. Form of heat-sensitive albinism. The enzyme responsible for creating pigment is inactive at normal body temperature, but becomes active in cooler temperatures. Okay, the quote-unquote pointed pattern. Because of this temperature variance, pigment only develops on the coolest extremities of the rabbit's body. The nose, ears, feet, and tail. The main body remains white. I don't know if that's true. That's what the internet is telling me. Born completely white, it says. Himalayan kits, the babies, which I'm sure you probably know. Kits are what we call the babies, and it has that in quotes here. Are born pure white because the warm environment of the mother's womb prevents pigment development. Their dark points, quote unquote, only begin to appear after a few weeks as they interact with the cooler, it says. Red eyes, just like the true albinos. Rabbits expressing the Himalayan gene have pink or ruby red eyes due to lack of pigment in the iris, allowing the blood vessels to show through. That, I'm not sure if it's on all of them, though. I feel like I read a couple comments that made me think otherwise. Okay, and then here we go, like we're really getting into the color aspect of this. Genetic hierarchy. In the C color locus, I hope I'm saying that right, which controls full color down to the complete albinism, the Himalayan gene is recessive to full color and chinchilla, but it is dominant over the true albino gene. And it has, I'll pull this up for you guys too, I'm hoping. If I forget, I'm sorry, but it has the scientific lettering for it here. Okay, so let's get into rabbit breeds that carry the Himalayan gene, because that's what I wanted to know. Obviously, if you're looking into this, you're going to want to know, because this is cool as heck, man. I didn't know. And I think it's cool. So if you're not really, what do I want to say? If you're not really savvy with the colors in your Rabbitry just yet, either am I. But luckily the internet is such a vast place of people that want to share the information that they know. You can post pictures of your kits in different forums. Rabbit Talk, I will mention very much on the show, because I just love it. It's a wealth of information, and I'll show lots of screenshots. I think I'm getting ready to, I have some posts I wanted to look at with you guys here from the Rabbit Talk website. Always a wealth of information, and there's a lot of, I assume some of them, I don't know for sure. Some of them might be men, but the way the text read makes me think some of them are women. They just have so much information, wealth of knowledge, and it's just, I have to share with you guys. So anyways, if you don't know what you got and you want to know, there's always someone online that's willing to help you figure these colors out. So cool. Okay, so we're going to get into these breeds right now. Netherland Dwarf, Holland Lop. And I'm pretty sure these are just, these are breeds that may carry the gene. that's what I'm wondering about this list, like how accurate it is. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. Like I said, it's just been one of those days. So anyways, let's read the list. Netherland Dwarf, Holland Lop, Mini Rex and Standard Rex, Jersey Woolly Mini Lop, Angora, English, French, and Satin. Okay, note on winter molting, because the gene is temperature dependent, a rabbit's markings can change slightly with the seasons. A Himalayan rabbit living in a cold winter climate will often develop darker, crisper, and larger points than one living in a warm climate. Okay, so let's head over to Rabbit Talk website, like I said I would. Here I am, heading that way. And I trust this a lot more, honestly, than what I just read. Just because it's people's experiences, right? So that's what we want to know. What have these ladies or men experienced these Okay, so this lady, and I'm going to pull it up for you now. She had a question. She's confused about her kits, and that's kind of where this leads most people, right? So I have a very confusing kit. It reads, just out of the nest box today for the first time. The doe is a self chocolate out of chocolate dam and a chocolate chinchilla sire. I mated her to an albino roux out of a self black and I might be saying this wrong. Like I said, I'm not experienced with all of these breeds, you guys. So Ermine. Is that ermine? I don't know. That's what it says. Okay. As it was white but had some smut on its face, she says. It is a few weeks old now and has a light gray tipped coat with white undercolor. The ears and face are colored light gray. I've had no Duluth kits in more, which I'm not sure what that is, in more than 20 years. So she's been doing this a while. I only breed for deep full color, which made me think of iron gray, which is a tort with chinchilla. Since the dam is a self, that seemed likely. But then I looked at the eyes. They look pale violet without the flash on the camera and albino red pink with the flash on. I have a Himalayan rabbit. I have Himalayan rabbits. Okay, so she knows about the Himalayan thing. I have Himalayan rabbits. They do have the pink red eyes and color on the face, but never have color on their backs. What clues should I look for to help me unravel this conundrum? This is a close-up of the eye without the flash. You can see the pink, and I apologize, I don't have a very good picture of that. So she knew about see, like I said, this is me getting ready to actually sit down and look at these with you, so we're doing this together. If I didn't mention it, not big on editing, so you're getting the full extent of this. I'm just gonna do very minimal. I'm not cutting anything out of this video, so you're gonna get me at my best or my worst. It's 8 o'clock here in Kansas, so here we are. Let's go over these pictures together, and they are adorable. Who doesn't love looking at pictures of baby bunnies? This is the full photo. The inside of the ears seems dark, which would point to self. I don't know what self means. Should we look that up together? I'm going rogue here, guys. This is a little bit off my script here. Self meaning. Let's just type in Rabbitry terminology. In Rabbitry, self refers to a solid color coat. See, learning together. I didn't know that. That covers the entire body without any white markings or banding. This is in contrast to other color patterns like, and you guys are going to get mad at me because I've heard this word several times, but I'm so tired. I know that there's just like this stigma on it if you say it wrong. A goatee? Someone said it's not a goatee, is it? Am I saying it wrong? Help me out, guys. Be nice. I've had a long day. So anyways, that's what it says. We looked it up together. I went rogue. If that bites me in the butt, it's my own fault. So here's the same kit photo taken with the flash, and she's right. So I did have a good picture of it taken with the flash on. It reminds me I had a Roo, a red-eyed white. Looks just like that. The eyes do. So that's pretty cool. It's a mystery, she's saying. As I take a sip here, let me continue reading. Okay, so she said she had trouble holding it while still using the camera. I think she did pretty good. Didn't get a belly photo. Took me forever to get these. I would normally say this is an iron gray chinchilla tort, but I don't understand the light coloring, as I don't have dilute. I do apparently have wideband in my chin line, which does make the coat look light silver instead of dark chin. Any clues? Ladies and gents, these are professionals here. You got to appreciate this terminology here. You're only going to get this in the rabbit world. So much to learn. I was recommended a few books, and I will have to pull those for you one of these days. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last podcast, episode 1, or not. I really need to get on that. Like I said, I got 4 kiddos, so makes things like that hard, to have some me time. And this is me I'm hunched over. I'm sitting at an end table in my bedroom with my cell phone hunched over it so you can hear me clearly, and I got my laptop. And this is a fun evening for me. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you've made it this far. If you have, leave a comment. We should definitely be friends.
I need a diaper.
Hop on in. Give me 1 second, please. I will not be uninterrupted. The door's not locked, honey.
It is.
It's definitely not.
Well, I was trying to open it multiple times.
You're just having a hard time with it. It's not locked. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's continue. I don't know how much time I have. So, here's some responses to her post. So, and they say, I agree with the last commenter. Okay, I might have skipped one. Okay, so here, let's go back. Could just be frosting. I've had a few Himalayans who had frost before it disappeared. Excuse me. I agree that it could very well be frosting. I've had my own, Question mark. Moments with heavily frosted Hemis, like this kit, which I thought might be a completely inexplicable sable point. Until it opened its pink eyes. Now I know if it was sable, it would not have looked like that at all at that age. It grew up to be perfectly white with very dark points. Continuing, it says, that purplish eye on your kit makes me think lilac. I know you said you haven't had dilutes in a long time, but you do have chocolate, and that little D could hide for a long time. Just looking at the points on the kit, I could believe it's a lilac. It doesn't look dark enough on my monitor anyways to be black, sepia, or chocolate. In any case, I can't think of any way to get pink purple eyes other than Roo. Hemi and what does that say, you guys? Lutino, Lutino, which would be even more surprising in an EA than dilute. Wow, guys, that's hard for me to follow if I'm being honest. Meeting of the minds going on here on rabbittalk.com. So yeah, that's what I got for you there. I might have one more screenshot to pull up for you, but I'm not going to continue reading that, but you can pause if you want to continue. My opinion on this, genetics with rabbits deserve its own series. And unfortunately, I don't know enough about the subject to probably do one for you. But if you have some things to say on that, please educate us. That's a lot for someone like me. So like I said, I've been doing this for a little over a year now. I do the Tamooks. As of now, I would like to get into another meat breed. Comment below what meat breeds you're doing or what pets you have. Let's talk lovely pets as well. I'm just getting into that. And I have been missing out having a pet. Holland Lop. He is a fuzzy lop, guys, and I will be talking about him, I'm sure, here soon when we get into the litter training. So give me a second, which I'm getting ready to jump into right now, but which maybe I didn't have anything else to say. I'm looking at my script here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think I was done. So let's hop into potty training rabbits and how hard it is. Litter box training and cleanup tips and facts. Okay, so kind of merging the two subjects there. Topic 1 and 2, kind of piggybacking off the Himalayan still. I want to kind of stay on there for just a second. I was trimming up my fuzzy lop. So he needs his haircuts, right? I want to do a good job. If anyone's intimidated by getting a fuzzy lop rabbit, you should be, because they are so much work. I really wanted to get into the fuzzies, and maybe that's not a good idea for someone who's never had an indoor pet rabbit, but I knew I could take it on. So I'm giving him his haircut, and one of the things I really liked about him was his white fur. So he's had several haircuts since I've had him. He's about 14 weeks now. He is just getting browner and browner and browner, and I was looking at him and I said, man, that white fur is just gone. And looking into this topic the last couple days, I wondered, does he have a Himalayan gene? And looking, now that we've read off the breeds that can have it, correct? I think he does. I think he has the Himalayan gene. And I Googled if a fuzzy lop can have that Himalayan gene, and it said yes. It said that they definitely can, but he doesn't have these eyes that they're talking about, that a Roo would have, these albino pink eyes. It does not have that, so. But I'm sure that I'll be sharing some pictures of him in the future. I don't have any for you probably on this episode, but I might pull some up. We'll see how the evening persists. So hopping in to topic number 2, officially. Potty training rabbits and how hard it is. Litter box training and cleanup tips. These are for my my pet peeps, okay? So if you are here and you can stand that I do both meat rabbits and I have a pet bunny, hey, comment below. We should be friends, because I don't find a lot of you guys that are cool with both ends of this spectrum. So let me read you a little bit here. Many rabbits can be litter trained, although some pick it up faster than others. One of the most common methods is placing a litter box in the corner where the rabbit already prefers to use the restroom, which that's a big point. You're supposed to kind of pay attention to that, right? Where do they normally use the restroom? Any rabbit, meat breed, pet breed, they have a spot preference. That's their gig. They have their preferred toilet area, which is pretty cool. Many owners also place hay near it, in it or near it is what it says, and I apologize. Litter box sorry, let me start that over, you guys. It's been a long day. I'm getting tired. Many owners also place hay in or near the litter box, since rabbits naturally like to eat and poop at the same time, and I can attest to that. They definitely do. Consistently moving stray droppings into the box and cleaning accidents with an odor remover can help reinforce the habit. Spaying and neutering, and we'll talk about that here in a minute, are often recommended as they can reduce territorial marking and make litter training more successful. While no rabbit is perfect, many indoor pet rabbits can learn to use a litter box for most of the bathroom needs with patience and consistency. And I had about given up, I can tell you that. And I haven't had them for that long. It's a chore, you guys. So let's look at some typical setups here, right? And I have a video I'm going to play for you guys. So I'm going to insert that for you. So let's enjoy all these cute fur babies right now. And while we're at it, bless their little hearts, right? They're all these fur babies, trying their best to go where their bun parents want them to go. So in my experience here, let me tell you a little bit about it. I really want him potty trained because he's an indoor bun. One of my pleas to my husband before I got him, because of course I wanted my husband to be okay with it, wasn't supposed to get a pet rabbit. Strictly meat breeds is what has been okayed. And I think for 7 years I had been talking rabbits, like, please, let's get rabbits, let's get rabbits, we're on a homestead, we have the room, let's do it, I want to do them for me, let's do this, it's going to be awesome. Over a year in, and finally I'm like, okay, I want a pet breed. So he lets me. Kind of fibbed a little bit, I was like, well, he's mostly going to be outside. I knew that probably wasn't true. He's a fuzzy lop. It's summertime, they have to be inside. So my fuzzy lop, Mufasa is his name, Moo for short. Moo needs to be inside. It's hot out, guys. He can't be out there. I don't want him out there. Want to get him potty trained. He's not doing what I want him to do, right? He's just peeing everywhere. I finally have, so this is what I have as of right now. You guys tell me what you're doing, okay? I have a big play mat for him, and it's you can get them off Amazon. I happen to get mine off Temu. Big play mat. Might have to insert a picture for you. I don't know if I'm brave enough when it comes to rabbit setups. People can be pretty judgmental, so I might not. But picture this, big play mat, right? I have a pen, his pen area. It's pretty big. And finally got the right size playmat. When I first started doing this, it was too narrow, too small. What I would say, if you're in this boat and you're trying, get a playmat or a rug. A lot of people do those rugs that are pet friendly. It's not going to soak through to your floor. The goal is to keep it off your floor. Get one big enough that the pen can set on top of it and there's still room in case he accidentally pees on the outside of the pen, because they like to press their butts up against the pen. It's not going to ruin your floor or go under the mat. That's what my problem was. He was going under the mat. So litter box training, right? I can't get him to go in the litter box. So here I will insert a picture of what I bought that this was me just trying. I seen, I think a TikTok video of it. So if you're looking at pet rabbits, guinea pig owners will come up eventually for you. I guess the internet thinks it's the same thing. If you have a guinea pig, or if you like rabbits, you like guinea pigs, which I've never done guinea pigs before, but I have met people that do. So I decided to buy one of these guinea pig mats for him, hoping maybe he'll pee on that, and I'll just put it where he's going, because I tried moving the litter box where he pees, and he just won't pee there. He'll pick another spot to pee. He doesn't want to pee in that litter box. So I buy these guinea pig mats, hoping he won't chew them up. He chews them up, right? First day, put him in the pen. He's chewing on him. So I give up. Finally, I decide, okay, you know what? I'm just going to try it again. This time, it worked. He didn't chew him up, and he pees on these things consistently. The catch is, though, because I'd like to say I found a hack for you guys, because his feet don't get wet with the pee. It soaks enough that it's absorbent, and his feet aren't getting that yellow stain on it that we all hate. If you have a pet bun, you hate that, I'm sure. It makes their fur all nasty. We're trying our best to keep these guys clean. The only problem is if you have a big bunny, I think it's going to go through, because he's went through a couple times through this mat. But it's such an easy cleanup. It's not bad. It's working for me. Eventually, I'm going to buy a couple more and try putting them in his litter box. Maybe he'll like to step on it and get the idea. So my opinion on this subject, because, I don't want to touch too much on it. It's litter training. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot to mention this. They want to talk about, anytime you talk about this, right? They want to discuss fixing your rabbit, neutering, spaying. I don't want to do that. And maybe that makes me a bad bun owner, but I just, they were designed to breed, and taking that trait from them, and I know it's like a hormonal thing. I get the point of it. So if you went and got your bunny spayed, I'm not knocking you one bit. That's fine. We all do what we, deem best for our bunnies, but I'm trying to avoid it, and I'm not saying I'm never going to do it, because I don't know. If it gets too crazy, everyone wants a clean home. I could see it. Maybe, you know what I mean? I won't say I won't do it, but I'm trying to avoid it. Easy cleanup tips, right? I mentioned the mat. I'll have to show it to you. I might just insert the photo here if I haven't already. If I have already, whatever. It wipes down so well. My floor, it doesn't go through. I got it off Temu. I may as well just link it for you guys. It works well for me. And to me, it's plenty big. The guinea pig mats are a win for me. So how do you clean those? How do you clean those guinea pig mats? Rabbits pee a lot, right? So I take a tote. I have like a tote, a storage tote. Put the guinea pig mats in there with a little bit of soapy water and let them sit, swish them around. I do use laundry detergent, a sensitive one, right? Sensitive skin. And then I take it outside with the hose and I spray that sucker down and I throw it in my wash machine and wash it. And then once that's done, I make sure to disinfect my wash machine before I put my own clothes in it. And that's how I clean that. And as far as, picking up after a bunny, if you have an indoor bunny, if you don't have one and you're thinking about getting one, anyone that has one, they're using some sort of vacuum probably to clean up the poop because it's the easiest way. I have a really crappy vacuum. It's one of those like dust devil type things. Like it has a handle on it though. I just use that. It sucks it right up. I couldn't find use for it in any other way around the house because it doesn't do a good enough job for anything but this. So there's another one for you. I might insert a picture of that as well. I don't know how many pictures I feel like inserting. So if I said I did and I didn't, I'm sorry. So my opinion, I don't want to get them fixed. I'd rather avoid it. I'm going to get some more of these guinea pig pads because they are working for me. And I would like a couple more. Going to put one in the litter box, right? If you have any tips, throw them my way. Potty training sucks with kids and with rabbits is another thing that I'd like to say. But there is always light at the end of that tunnel, so to speak, with toddlers and with rabbits. Okay, guys, I'm pretty far. I'm like 30 minutes in here. And I want to hit our final topic. So let's dig into it. Topic number 3, Rabbitry pest control. Some unlikely unwanted guests. So, your common insects that you're going to get in your rabbitry: flies, mosquitoes, ticks, mites, right? Ear mites, walking dandruff. Those suck. I've dealt with both. I have lice listed for some reason. I think the AI gave me that. I've never had lice. I don't know what the heck that's for. Gnats, cockroaches are a new one for me, and we'll talk about that in a second. So, and ants. Okay, so we're going to talk about that too. Those are 2 that threw me for a loop. So when I say maybe ones you wouldn't think of, ants and cockroaches were new for me. Flies are the most common on mine, especially in warm weather. Gnats with the pee and the litter trays and my outdoor rabbitry for my Temukes. That's what I deal with the most. So let's read this. Flies are the most common warm weather pests in many rabbitries. Dirty litter trays, manure buildup, wet bedding, and spilled feed attract insects. Fly strike is a serious condition caused when flies lay eggs on a rabbit, which I haven't dealt with yet. Good sanitation is the first line of defense against most pest problems. And when they say sanitation, I think what most people are going to say is you need to keep it clean and dry, right? Maybe not to the point where you're disinfecting constantly, but keep it clean and dry. Hard to do. Easier said than done, right? Removing manure regularly helps reduce fly population. It does. Also, I seen a post talking about how it also helps with the heat, because if you're letting that poop and pee sit for a long time, it turns into compost, and compost is heats up, which, maybe that's dramatic. I don't know, but I read it and it made sense to me. Keeping rabbits clean and dry makes them less attractive to flies. It says proper ventilation helps reduce moisture and insect activity. Might not be as big of an issue for you guys if you guys have an outside hutch situation going on, but not sure. You'll have to comment below. I have a bunny barn and ventilation can be tricky sometimes. Standing water can attract mosquitoes. Okay, so standing water. I have a rabbit, several actually, a couple grow outs too, but my one buck, Big Blue, he loves to dump his water. So I had a doe that would do the same thing. So what I did for her, I have the bowls for them, plastic bowls. I drilled some holes in them and zip tied them to the kennel so they can't tip him. I'm going to do the same for him. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but that's probably going to happen tomorrow. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. I got some posts for you. I've seen this unusual post. I want to talk about this one, so I'm going to pull it up for you. Let's read it. It says, "Hey, y'all. I need some advice and help. I bought my doe already pregnant, and she just had her babies, 12 of them. Yay. We were so excited. However, they were covered in ants. My kiddos and I got all the ants off. We found 3 babies dead and left the others and prayed we did good and helped them. When we went back to check on them, there were only 2 alive. We have no idea what happened and am wondering if this has happened to anyone else. We are looking for advice. Please be kind. We are very, very new to this." I like that someone put a little I care emoji, you know, the little emoji holding a heart. God bless them. That's a tough one with kids to walk out to such a sight. So let's read some of these comments. "Did the ants bite you while you were cleaning kits? Did the kits have signs of bites? Yes, they were biting me, and the kits most definitely had bites," says the author. "Then you definitely need to deal with the fire ants for safety of your adult bunnies fast too. They are almost certainly responsible for the death of the babies. Fire ants can kill adult humans. They can definitely kill your adult bunnies too." I was shocked to read that. I never thought of this. Guys, I have 2 ant piles by my Rabbitry as we speak. I've never had them get inside though. I do have what I would consider proper storage for the food, but I do have grow out kennels on the bottom that, you know, I mean, they probably could get to the feed. Most of my cages are up high, but dang. So some types of ants absolutely could kill small animals like rabbits, this commenter posts. But we don't have enough information to know for sure if the ants killed them or if they were already dead and the ants just found them. And this other person says, yes, ants will kill. Even a full-grown rabbit. Babies have no chance. She wants to know what kind of cages they're kept in. Are they in hanging on the floor? And we will never know because I did not grab that. Okay, so ants? Seriously? Ants. Fire ants. Never thought that that would be an issue with kits. If you've dealt with that, please give us your experience here. You know, and I don't think I pulled this one, but I did see another comment. And someone mentioned, like in Texas, like the way the fire ant population is, that there's no way you could get rid of them. I kind of think the same on my end over here in Kansas. The size, I mean, we've had fire ants since we've moved in. They've never really been a problem with my children. My kids just stay away from the ant piles, but gradually we've gotten more and more. So what do you guys do for that? What do you do? What should I do? Okay, so here's another one. This is from, I think it's from the same group, Backyard Meat Rabbits. I'm almost positive. I don't think I've pulled anything from another Facebook group just yet. "I don't need no hate or anything. My pens are clean. I have been finding a couple roaches around my rabbit pen. We don't have roaches, but it has been raining like a lot for the past few weeks." On my end too, girl. "Anybody else have this happen or have that happen?" She says. I say she, I don't know. It could be a man that posted it. So, sorry. "Keep some burnt lime around and spread it in the droppings under the hutches and you won't have a problem," this commenter says. And I just realized I haven't taken the names off of this post. I need to. I like to keep it private. Maybe someone that posts didn't want their post or comment to be on One More Rabbit Thing podcast. Okay, so this probably isn't everybody's cup of tea. So this person says, "Where my aunt lives, German cockroaches are everywhere, even in the state forests. I don't know if you can truly get rid of them outdoors." So I have wood roaches in my area, and they get in with the light. So I'm on a homestead. If the light's on, and I have poor windows in my home. Bad windows, not good. We need them replaced. We're working on it, guys. They get in, and it sucks. And they fly, and it's gross. So, if we go over to Rabbit Talk, I found a couple things, too, about the fire ants. These guys have, which I don't know if I'm going to pull these up for you or not, these pictures. I might. We'll see how I'm feeling. I keep saying I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull that up. It might be too much for me, so let me paint you a picture here in case I didn't. These rabbits are definitely on the ground. It looks like a chicken tractor situation. Maybe what they're shooting for, which we'll have to get into for another day on disease that can be spread by this. It sounds great. Sounds fun. That's how I thought I was going to do mine. It's super risky. Now I have a new issue, she says, fire ants. Both places I put my tractor, I got badly bitten by fire ants in close proximity. They don't seem to be bothering the rabbits, but I can't find the nest. I don't want to leave them outside at night and find, oh, so she's leaving them in here all night long, and find them killed by fire ants. These must be grow outs. Anyone else have suggestions or experience, ideas? Tomorrow I will hang a platform suspended from the roof so they can at least get off the ground if there is a problem. So she's just being leery here. She's scared. Okay, so this is what the suggestion is. I suggest adding a ring of ant bait poison, this person writes, around the outside of the tractor, about 6 inches to a foot away so your rabbits don't get it. They will take it back to the colony and kill the nest, but be careful. If you are trying to move the tractor around, fire ants are almost impossible to eradicate completely. And if you plan to move the tractor around, you don't want your rabbits to end up on top of poison. You might be able to surround yourself grassy area completely, but that's a lot of poison. Yeah, guys, I mean, how much ground can you cover there? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, okay, this one was weird. Let's talk this one. I'll read it to you. This is, okay, so nematodes and gnats. She says, I'd guess you'd have, okay, so this, I don't know what this was responding to. It might not have been the ants. This was something else about fungus gnats. I'd guess you have fungus gnats. They like moist areas. You can tell by using just a hand lens and comparing them to fruit fly fungus gnat photos online. There are nematodes. This is the part I wanted to talk about. There are nematodes that wreak havoc. She put wreak havoc on fungus gnats. These are very available on the internet. The nematodes are microscopic. They burrow into the fungus gnats larvae. They don't kill the flies themselves. So, are they suggesting that she buy nematodes on the internet? And I don't want to knock this person. They're a well-known member on this Rabbit Talk website, and I'm sure she knows much more what she's talking about than I do. You know, I Googled it, though. Are nematodes harmful to rabbits? And Google said they are. So I don't know if, I mean, I'm not suggesting any of this stuff to you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. Some of these sound like good ideas, but I'm not recommending any of it. You guys do your own research, of course. This is all just for funsies. I'm just over here talking, hoping that there's someone on the other end listening, but there might not be. So, my opinion on pest control is that I can only speak to what's worked for me in my rabbitry. So, flies, right? That's my biggest battle every summer. I've hung there's like, you get them at Baumgars, used to be Orscheln's, it's Baumgars now, in my area, or maybe it's in all areas, I don't know. Orange fly trap things covered in flies. It attracts a lot of wasps too, so it's kind of nice. It gets them, put it right by the door. They love it. It gets them every time. Horse fly spray. Rabbits have very sensitive respiratory systems. We talked about it episode 1 a little bit, touched on it. So what I do, because it's for horses, a lot of stuff you can use for horses, you can use for rabbits, in my experience, for the most part. Not everything. Don't go buy everything for them that you'd get for your horses. But the fly spray is very effective. It's for a barn. It's for animals. What I do, so I clean off my litter trays. I did it tonight. Cleaned them off. Sprayed it outside the rabbitry. Sprayed them real good. Let it kind of air out, and then I put it back in. So it's still effective. but I don't have to like gas out the rabbits and the with all the fumes. Poor things. I'm pretty careful with them, so that's what I do for my rabbitry because I don't want to irritate my rabbits. So guys, we've been going at it for a while now, so one more rabbit thing for you today. I have the rabbit recipe of the week, so let's get into that because like I said, I cook rabbit up. After rabbit recipe of the week. Okay, so after all well-cared rabbits were properly and responsibly dispatched, of course, this recipe is from TikTok. It's from Baltic Foodie. Okay, it's from this lovely gentleman who made a delicious meal. It looks super good. So, Baltic Foodie here. We can read this. I have the screenshot for you. I might not read the whole thing. I'll read some of it. Creamy, slow braised rabbit, a dish that brings restaurant level comfort to your home. And it looks restaurant quality. Is it? You know what though? I shouldn't even say that because if you go out to eat at a restaurant anymore, the food is crap. Usually, unless it's like a mom and pop spot, but this is going to be good if you cook it at home. I cut the rabbit into pieces and thoroughly rubbed it with salt, pepper, and generous amount of paprika and mustard, which is an excellent marinade if you've never tried it, mustard. I then seared the rabbit in a pan with olive oil and butter until lightly golden and set it aside. In the same pan, I sauteed finely chopped onions and garlic until soft and fragrant, and he goes on. And I will let you read that. I have it screenshotted for you. Baltic Foodie, everybody. Looks good. Okay, so guys, today we learned so much together. It was great. The science of fur shifting, right? The Himalayan Jane wheat. What a phenomenon, man. That is so cool. Color changing explained. So we looked into that a little bit. That was fun. If you know more, say something for us. If I have anyone listening. Litter training and cleanup solutions. Okay, so we tackle that, right? The realities of potty training. I'd like to say I gave you guys a hack for that, but I don't know that it's really a hack. It's just what I'm currently doing that might not work for anyone. Might not even work for me next week, if we're being serious. But guinea pig liners, guys, if all else fails, you know, I mean, what does it hurt? They're not that expensive. You could give it a try. But let's keep our indoor bunnies and our outdoor bunnies setups clean because pest control is a thing. Pests, fire ants, whoa. I didn't expect that one this week. Man, that is a danger to the rabbitry. Can you imagine those poor people? So if you're saying your prayers tonight, say a prayer for that poor family because the poor kids, you're so excited to see your baby bunnies grow up. And they said they were very new to it. It could have been their very first litter of kits. Not how you usually hear them going. So you hear about loss, but not in that kind of way right off the bat. So let's all say a prayer for them tonight. In Jesus' name. And okay, so here we go. AI bunny. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm reading my script. I'm not supposed to read you that part. So, like I said, episode 1, it's no mystery. I'm using the AI for helping me write my scripts. So, one more rabbit thing for you. Our closing joke. Okay, it's our joke of the day. So, are you ready? Why did the rabbit go to the barber? To get a haircut. Ding, ding, zing. Did you like that one? I thought it was cute. I got a cute little picture for you too. So anyways, guys, I went a lot longer than I thought. I am Jade, and thanks for hanging out with me in the Rabbitry for one more rabbit thing, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.